Alright, so it's going to be a short stream tonight. I'm just going to do one league and get off. But yeah, we tried the Esper version of this deck, and our Jaces kept just dying. Let me join this and I'll go over the deck. But yeah, we basically just had blue for Jace, like primarily, and a few sideboard cards, and the Jace just always decides to shock. The red deck's super popular, the black decks all play fatal pushes. So instead we just have these like green value creatures that are both enablers. And it doesn't really matter if they die. I don't care if you kill my Wayfinder or my Elvish Visionary. I ended up cutting the land just because I think Wayfinder means that you can probably get away with 22, even though I do have a few lands that are going to be rough on the mana, including Westfell Abbey. But we'll see. And then I added Dusk Dawn, which is a card that I had out of the Mono White Oketra sideboard, and it seemed like kind of decent in the format. Like it kills Glorybringer and Chain Whirler out of the red deck. It's not great versus the red deck, but versus the green deck, it's obviously really good. And it's not perfect versus mono black aggro, but it does have some applications. Obviously, control's not great, but just the fact that you can mill it and get a ton of value for the games where you're flooding or you're playing against a Thoughtseize deck, or you can't draw a return or rally or whatever, these cards are getting countered, made me a little bit interested. But other than that, the deck's pretty straightforward. Have Charming Prince just as a value card and life gain, and then just a bunch of like rally enablers, and then the sideboard's just Thoughtseize push, 2 Dampened Sphere for the Lotus Field decks. The main reason the voices are in the sideboard is because I think they should maybe be in the main deck, but I want to try this configuration for all my game ones, so just in case I think I really misbuilt my deck, I can put the voices in. But yeah, we have like the mana's probably fine for voice. Obviously these two lands are a bit awkward, but it doesn't matter a lot. And then I just have a tracker just for I think this is going to be good in the games where they're boarding in Disruption, just like a value card if the game stalls out or if they leyline you or Thoughtseize you. And then I have Caustic Caterpillar, which is the card I'm going to try against Rest in Peace and Leyline of the Void in addition to other matchups. But you can Convoke it, you can get it back with these cards. And it's just like a 1/1 beater, if that matters. Okay, this hand kind of sucks. I think we can do better, and I'm pretty comfortable mulliganing with this deck, I think, so. Alright, I'm keeping these 3. I kind of want both the Visionaries. So it's between these 2 for me. I'm actually just going to mulligan the Cartel Aristocrat and assume that they're either going to kill my creatures or I can find another way to enable stuff. Watergrave, okay. So do I want to try to hit... I think I'd rather hit land drops. Like, the extra damage is going to be nice, but it's entirely possible that they could just kill the Corpse Knight anyway. So... So if we miss again on our turn on a land, we could just play the Visionary. It's probably the graveyard deck. Yeah. Alright. Well, they have a lot more explosive draws, but I don't know if I'm too afraid of this matchup. If I miss my land drops and they could just discard my hand, that's gonna suck. Alright, so I have 3 creatures in the graveyard. So if I just play a white creature and they don't interact with my creatures, I can bring all these back with Return to the Ranks. I think I'm just gonna play the elf and try to hit a land. It's a bit awkward. This was a game where I really wish the Visionaries were just Wayfinders. I think Wayfinder's it's a much better card, and I'm basically playing Visionary in place of the Voices just because I wanted a little bit more of a proactive card. But it's possible Visionary's just too bad. Okay, so 3. So I drew a white land, which is perfect. I think I'm just going to Corpse Knight and then return everything. Maybe that's worse than waiting. I'm kind of down to just beat him down with a bunch of shitters, though. Just want to draw another card. Try to find a rally. Also gives me an extra damage from the Corpse Knight. Could have been better to wait until I had 2 Corpse Knights to do all this stuff. But I think that this is fine. Wow, okay. Well, I think the deck my opponent's playing is pretty bad. I've played against it a lot in the past few days, and it just, like 33% of the time, it does something that looks reasonable, but most of the time it just does nothing and dies, so. Alright, so our sideboard's not very good versus them, but maybe theirs isn't either. I could board the Caustic Caterpillars if I thought they had Leyline. I'm trying to find it. Just look at lists. I don't think it's that typical to have Leyline. I could board in the Thoughtseizes just because taking like a 1 to 2 mana enablers is worth. And then I could just board out the Dusk Dawns. I don't really do anything. I think Visionary is the worst in terms of like me successfully killing them. When I've played with Voice Resurgence against these decks in the past, it's been sort of nice just because if like it's not good for them to attack into it, and then if it ever dies, you get such a big thing that you can sort of mitigate their Prized Amalgam. I'm just gonna try this. And if they show Graveyard Hate that Caterpillar's good versus, I can board it in. It might be smart just to like hedge and have 1, but we'll see. Something's great. Okay, so the last thing I want to see is Haunted Dead. It's the scariest card they can have. Just gonna lead with my green land because I'm pretty positive I'm gonna play Wayfinder on turn 2, no matter what I draw. I think it's better for them. Okay. Like they're like a better graveyard deck in terms of like the early game. So I don't think I want to trade here. Maybe I should. I mean, if they offer the trade now, they'll probably offer it later. I do have Return to the Ranks though. I'm actually uncertain. I think it's bad. I think I don't block. Taking chip shot damage is not great versus Creeping Chill deck, but we missed on a land completely, which is sort of nightmare situation. Yeah, I really need to hit land drops to be able to win this game, and I'm not doing that. I missed on my Wayfinder, and I just haven't drawn a land. So I'm probably going to lose, even though their draw doesn't really do anything. Like, this Ashiok's mildly annoying, but I need to progress my game state, which I can't do. So eventually they're just going to, like, have something that matters go on. And I need to both deal with the Ashiok. I actually milled themselves, which maybe is bad. I need to both deal with the Ashiok and then set up, like, my kill before they can decimate our provinces me. I can kill this over 2 turns. Could just have another one, but whatever. I think I need to try to fight over it. I'm also at a really low life total, so I'm probably gonna die pretty soon. Just wrong side of variance this game. See if we can make up in the next game. If they just do nothing else, maybe I can win. Like, I can play this supplier, sack it, kill the Ashiok, play another supplier. Maybe I draw land, and I can win. But, like, all their creeping chills are super high value now. Any creature they put into play. They could just have a second Ashiok. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't even know if that's worse for me than Creeping Chill. Probably about the same card. Okay. So I really need to land this turn. Like a Wayfinder? Alright, I hit a Wayfinder. That's a pretty good sequence for me. I kind of just hit everything I needed to right there. Okay, that's a land for the rally. So maybe I can still win. Probably favored, actually. To another Corpse Knight. I don't think I have an instant speed way to deal to, so I'm just gonna let the damage happen. I can respond to stuff at instant speed as well. Okay. Alright, so what's the best sequence? I guess I'm supposed to just, on my turn, attack with everything. I have another sack out in my graveyard. It doesn't really matter. So I guess on my turn I shove with everything but the Celebrant. And then I just kill them. In theory, assuming I have enough damage, but I haven't done the math. I can only imagine I'm incredibly close if I don't have lethal. I don't think they can kill me back, so. So it doesn't matter if any of my things go to the graveyard. I have 15 cards left in my deck. Oh, I didn't mean to attack with this. That sucks. Maybe it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Fuck, it does matter. Hopefully, it probably won't make a big difference. I definitely fucked up. It's pretty awkward. This is 1 point either way, so it doesn't matter. I can do this now. So I'm getting back 1, 2, 3 Corpse Knights. Okay, so now I let damage happen. Sorry about this, guys. I made it a little bit awkward for myself, but I don't think it mattered. Should be plenty of damage. Oh, I was supposed to sack one of these. My moto's being super laggy, sorry. Alright. We win, yippee. Alright. Sweet. I did not think I was gonna win that game, but then I kind of just hit perfect everything. It wasn't like ridiculously lucky, I don't think. I needed to hit a land, and then I wanted to hit a Wayfinder. I could have just like drawn another land naturally, but Wayfinder meant that it was so much more likely that I would hit a land between my draw step and the 4 cards, so that worked out for sure. So we won the graveyard mirror match, but I think, like I said, I think the deck my opponent's playing is really bad. Like I think it's a very, very, very terrible deck. My deck might also be very, very terrible, but I just don't think you should put an Archemy of Wind, Creeping Chill in your decks. I think it's not a good way to play if you want to win. Alright, this hand seems good. Okay, so maybe ramp. Double Supplier is nice. So this is the type of matchup where my opponent's deck would be much better, I think. Because I can't really... I can maybe kill on turn 4, but it's pretty hard to do. I love this card. I hope my opponent's just playing blue-green ramp. I think Growth Spiral is one of the best cards in the format. Doesn't see that much play. Well, we drew Rally. We have a lot of lands, so... I need a white source, though. Should be mana efficient. Play this. Okay, well, that makes our Rally pretty good. This is a nice curve. We're short a white source, but we can use the Aristocrat to mill 6. If we hit well enough, maybe that's good enough for us to be able to win that way. Could be Reclamation, actually. Might just be like an Explosive Vegetation type card. Nope, it's Jace. Alright, I mean... I can't attack, whatever. I don't think that's what's important in this game. If they have counter spells, that's pretty annoying. That wasn't really something I'd considered just because of the Castle Garenbrig. Alright, well, we missed on a white source again. I have to decide between these two, which I would rather play. I guess just the thing that has power. So we have at least a Corpse Knight. Not great mills so far, though. feels like I'm losing, but I can't think of too many reasons to be afraid right now. I guess they're just like blue-green control. And the castle just is there. Maybe they just play like one Nissa. It's really weird to have Nissa and Jace Architect, I thought, in this same deck. I don't really know what's going on anymore. But I'm down. They're at least playing sweet cards. Again, yep. Okay, well we have most of the pieces we need. We're just short. Getting punished by this Westwell Abbey. Yeah, these are the two kind of awkward lands. Like I don't have a lot of swamps, and obviously this is colorless. This is probably just bad. I've been trying this card in a lot of decks recently just to see how it is in the format, and it's felt good, but I think you need a specific deck for it. And while like this deck's fine at turning it on, like you can just rally and sack all your tokens, I don't think that the 9/7 matters in a lot of those positions. Growth Spiral. Okay, so they're like blue-green value. What the fuck? Ramp. I don't. Maybe they don't have counter spells, which is good for me. I think I'm just gonna go for it if I draw a white source. It says I can't make them sack or discard. That's a tilt. Can get in for like a point now, I guess. I'd rather wait. If they don't do anything crazy. It sucks because if they do have counter magic, it's gonna matter now. We'll see. To get Ulamog, obviously it's pretty bad, but what is this? This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they can't Ulamog me. Be like Hybrid Crisis or something. What the fuck? I don't think this matters. I missed the sack outlet. It depends what I know. What the fuck? I was not expecting to see that card. My opponent's got a brew. So I wanted a sack outlet or a land. Could also rally for a Wayfinder and then recast the Aristocrat. Okay, I got a Wayfinder. So I think I just sack everything. We got another sack outlet anyway. Yeah, I mean, maybe I didn't even need to mill well. Maybe they're just dead anyway because the corpse net. Yeah, I with 6 mills, I probably was set. I guess the Wayfinder's not that good because I don't have a ton of untapped white sources. So my opponent's like just blue-green good cards, I guess, or attempting to be good cards. No offense. I don't know if Reverse Rebuke is the answer. More of an Aether Spouts guy myself. This Nissa, what the fuck? Alright. They're playing blue-green binder. To each their own. Untap white source anyway. Alright. Whatever works. Just kind of did nothing and then killed him on turn 6. Just played these planeswalkers that also did nothing. Alright. I was worried. And then I won. Okay, how the hell do I want to board versus this deck? I don't know what graveyard. They could just have like artifacts. A cage, but that would stop their own Jaces. They showed flip Jace, so they showed Courser, a bunch of Nissas. Could boarding Damping Sphere. I don't know if that actually matters. It just stops Nissa. I think I'm just gonna board in the Thoughtseizes and run it. I think this is the type of deck you don't want to overboard with. So, and if it was like a black control deck, I think Visionary gets a little bit better. But since they're just blue-green, I don't know if I need card advantage. I just need the right cards. Again, like they don't have removal, so I don't really care about Voice. And they have Courser, which could board in these. I don't think great. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna try to accomplish the same thing that I did last game, where hopefully their deck just doesn't do that much. I have a little bit of assistance with Thoughtseize. You know what? It was kind of a gamble, but they have to have counterspells after board. I don't know if that. I'm just gonna have 2. Or not. Alright, however many I have, I don't know. But I think the voices are okay. I don't know if it matters that when I have a voice in play, they counter my thing. They showed River's Rebuke, and they could just have like Ulamogs and this other crazy stuff. So maybe the voice tokens I end up getting don't actually matter. But, yeah, whatever. The sand seems fine. Thoughtseize is a pretty good card against Grazer, because this is not really a card, right? I mean, it can block, but it's not a mana source. It's not a removal spell. It's not a payoff card. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Thoughtseize. Probably go Thoughtseize into Corpse Knight, and then I could play Supplier and Flicker it if I want. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about. They just don't have mana. I'm just gonna take the card they can play. If they draw runner lands, could get sort of hairy. But even if that is the case, like their cards aren't that scary versus my deck. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna start trying to pressure them. I have to figure out if I want to scry or mill. I think scrying's better from this spot. So they have Unknown, Kiora, River's Rebuke, Nissa. Yeah, I think I want to scry. I'm mostly just looking for a payoff card. Celebrant. I don't think I want this without a sack outlet, so I'm gonna bottom it. Tap land tilt. So they can't play the Kiora yet. If they draw a land, they can play Nissa though, which kind of sucks for me. But I mean, we're doing damage to him. Kind of out of gas though. Milled over some thought seizes. I got 2 hits, which matters. Especially with the Corpse Knight. Okay, alright, I think the game's probably... Yeah, I think the game's probably over. I think they win. I don't know if I can beat a Nissa. Maybe I just draw a rally. I can just run my goons in, let them die. They have so much mana though, and they drew Blast Zone as their land, which is not that good. I mean, kind of annoying. Alright, let's do some math. So they can, I guess they're just gonna rebuke. I should maximize my damage. I can sack the Corpse Knight to get in an extra few points. Can't kill Nissa. Alright, so I should play like I'm gonna draw like the perfect card. I think the game's gonna end pretty soon. I think they can kill me next turn. What's the perfect card? After they bounce my board, just rally. This Black Sea again for 4, they go to 6. Yeah, they have so much mana. I don't even need to count their mana. They have all the mana. I think they can at least rebuke plus Kiora. Close game. I think if they miss on a land either of those turns, they probably just die. They had to hit. Which they did. So, I mean, and they hit a Lumbering Falls, right? They could have just hit like untapped land into Kiora. That probably would have put them in a better spot. But maybe not. Kiora doesn't really do anything here. Alright. So now I have Kiora. I mean... Wait, did they not use this? Oh, okay. Maybe I can stall the game out? I didn't really think about the fact that these were just gonna be able to gain life. They don't really have a way to break through. They have this Blast Zone. Courser. Well, that's a life gain source. Sure. 2 coursers. Which means that chip shot damage probably won't be able to come through. I'm at 9. I guess I want to double scry. I mean, it doesn't kill him though, right? Nah, I still think I want to double scry. they gain a bunch of life. I hit the rally. They just shove with everybody. What does this thing do? It's -8. They get. Oh, they have Cure to draw the stroke. They have another Rebuke to kill me anyway. What the fuck is their deck? Alright. You got me. Oh, that was actually close. So yeah, they just drew one of the cards they drew was a second Rebuke. Alright. Yeah, that was actually kind of close. This is pretty terrifying. I don't really have anything to do about it though. Just gotta try to have a draw that kills them or Thoughtseize. I don't think Dusk Dawn does shit, so. Of course, they're surprisingly annoying. I'm not really certain if voice is good or not. I'm just gonna do this. I don't think it's great. I think it'll be good in certain. It just sucks. They showed 2 fucking Rivers Rebuke. I don't know. I don't know what world getting like 2 voice triggers really matters. They probably have Hydroid Crisis. Yeah, I mean, some games I think the voice is gonna look good, but I think most games it might just trigger and I'll lose because they're gonna have the right answers. So I'd rather just have Elf to try to find more spells than they have counter spells, or just like enable my setups faster. I don't think I can keep this hand. I mean, I can keep this hand, but I don't think I should. I have 0 enablers. It's just like Corpse Knight into things, which maybe beats their deck some percentage of the time, but I think I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this has enablers. With double Wayfinder, it's fine to just keep 2 lands. I want to hit my first 4 land drops, but it's pretty likely these hit, so. Alright, so they have Grazer again, which is probably the best thing they can have, but last time they just didn't have a 3rd land, and I still lost, so. Alright, it's nice to find Supplier, because it means I can double spell next turn, potentially. What's up, TJ? It's a lot of highlighting you're doing. Yeah, okay. So this plus counter spells is not what I want to see. This is a turn 2 Court Strong to play from them. Alright. Yeah, this game is going to be difficult, to say the least. Definitely winnable. I milled 1 rally. Wait, did I just play? I think I just played the wrong land. I'm not paying attention. Thinking about other stuff. Sorry. I think I had this Blooming Marsh, right? Okay. Yeah, this just ends the game, like the turn after you untap. Yeah, alright, I lost. That sucks. They had a really good draw. My deck's pretty low power level, and I think the ramp strategies are going to be tough. I also just fucking played the wrong land because I'm a dunce. This KO's my rally. Okay, so how do I want my turns to look? I'm gonna try to win. I have to drain them through double Courser and a Disdainful Stroke, which is just not, like, even. Maybe I could do it if I had an untap land this turn. Fuck. Alright, I won't waste too much time because I think this game's over. I guess I just want to maximize damage. I did not think I was going to lose to... Out of all the decks in the format, I did not think I was going to lose to double main deck Reverse Rebuke deck with my rally deck, but... I don't think I'm gonna block. Attack anyway. So I can just go upstairs. I can't. It actually doesn't do damage, right? They plus this. Right, so I know they have Courser Stroke. They're drawing Botanical Sanctum. Yeah, I just. Yeah. The Planeswalkers don't really concern me that much. It's all these Coursers. Sure, buddy. Left stroke. So that means they're just gonna kill me next turn. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess they can't exactly kill me. I should have given them double rebuke, I guess. The first one's gonna kill me anyway. They could just play the Nissa this way. Maybe they mess up an attack with this, and then I block and draw rally. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could see how this, like a Courser deck, would be a rough matchup. Kalidas is the card I'm probably more afraid of than anything. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm actually kind of close. 16, 17? It's a lot of fucking damage. What do I want to draw here? Plus will I be? Doesn't really do anything. They just have a fourth Courser. There's 17 cards in their deck in their top. I didn't even notice they just have 4 fucking Courser and 17 cards. That's really unfortunate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 9, 10 here, 11, 12 here, 13 here. Plus 1's 14. Plus 2 is 15 if I flicker one of these. I don't know what I want to draw is the thing. That's just like another little creature. Maybe I'm supposed to just gain a life. I don't know. I'm trying to think of this. I mean, I understand that I'm like so dead. I'm trying to make sure that I don't overlook anything before I lose, but it's probably just a fruitless waste of time. If they rebuke, I guess I end up with a bunch of blockers again. Probably won't matter. Yeah, they would actually just be dead if they didn't have these coursers. Dude, why do you have so many Rivers Rebuke in your deck? That card's not even, like, relatively close to playable. What the fuck? Yeah, the Nissa means they can get more lands, I guess. Yeah, I think we probably beat this person more often than we lose to them, but they just got the best of us. I had a really, really good draw this game. So this is something I can cast for 1. Doesn't matter. I'll have all 2s. It's fine. I can shock. Just want to replay these 3. Or do I want to go Corpse Knight double Cruel Celebrant? Probably sack one more thing. I'm trying to decide if I would rather sack. I think I just sacked the Prince. Even though it is life gain technically. I don't do the math. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna shock myself. I'm taking 6. I don't even know. Does this ult do anything? Get a million mana, sure. I mean, they're gonna have another rebuke. It should be dead in 2 turns. It doesn't really matter. Maybe the Charming Prince changes that. GG's, good beats. I think there's too much I could have done differently. Also, like, I'll never play a deck like that again, I don't think, so. I don't know if it's worth spending a ton of time dwelling. Like, I think there's something to be said for my deck being bad versus ramp decks. I guess technically that was a ramp deck. But specifically the card that I think beat me there was Courser, because it gained them like 20 life between the 4 of them. I mean, not 20, it gave them like 10-ish life. If they didn't have the life gain, I could have just drained them out. So, yeah, I don't know how popular Courser is in this format. I think it's one of the most underrated cards. I have a laundry list of cards I think are pretty underrated, and it's definitely on there. I don't think it matters what land I play, really. Alright, those mills sucked. My hand doesn't really do anything. I need to draw, like, Wayfinder. Oh, dinosaurs. Yeah, I just need more enablers. That's fine. I'm gonna play that over the Celebrant. Okay, perfect. Cartel counts. Just makes the rallies matter. And then when you have double rally, it's fine to just, like, if the first rally is just a value rally, the second one will generally get it done. So, good back-to-back draws. Okay, so I can rally next turn. If I want, I'll get at least a supplier and a visionary back. I don't really feel the need to. I could probably just play the Celebrant. I don't think they're gonna like do anything crazy to kill me. Alright, that's even more reason to wait. It should just be dead though. I had them dead to the first rally. So one. One, two. So Corpse Knight all. Yeah. It should just be dead to this. This is less damage. It's actually better to sack this here. Should have just give this one pro red. Technically, would have been more correct, I guess. In case they had like a red land and another shock effect. It doesn't matter though because they didn't play the land yet, so never mind. Forget what I said. More damage if I attack and then sack. It doesn't matter, this person's dead. Okay, I mean, definitely got lucky to hit what we wanted to hit. But our opponent also didn't really do anything. Like, even if we didn't have rally right away, I guess they would have played a Regisaur, but probably would have needed to block. So, alright, red-green dinosaurs. How the F am I supposed to board versus this deck? I assume they have elves? Sure, Ronus? I can trigger the Revolt on Fatal Push with Cartel Aristocrat. So I think I want the pushes. I don't think I really want Thoughtseize. Voices, meh. Yeah, my go-to's just been Visionary. Actually gonna trim a Prince. The Dust-Ons are pretty good in this matchup, so definitely gonna leave all them in. Just try this. I think, like, versus the Rabblemaster decks and these, like, even the red decks, just, I think the matchup's fine. I don't think it's, like, insane, but I don't think it's bad. Just because you have all these cheap creatures that just are, like, sticky and annoying and get in the way, and then eventually you can, like, you can rally and just one-shot them. It's pretty perfect, actually. It's just good mana, one drop, Dusk Dawn, sack outlet. That's kind of a terrifying card. What do I want to play? Maybe just elf. So if I just draw a land, I would rather play one of, I guess, Aristocrat into Celebrant Supplier. It's also, they might not just attack into these two, potentially. Do I want to trade my Cartel Aristocrat for the Marauding Raptor? I think so. It doesn't die to the Dusk Dawn. I don't really need the Cartel Aristocrat to win. So I'll probably double block, and if they have any trick, I can just give my 2/2 Pro Red. Sure. Okay, so since the card I want to draw off this Visionary I think is a land, I'm just going to play the Wayfinder. Not ideal, but at least we played our land for the turn. So we can just draw one naturally and hit 4 mana on turn 4. The bonus is kind of scary. Oh wait, does that have to? They respond, okay. I think this has to deal 2. We can dust on it. It's still bad, but... I really need to hit a land soon. I think I have to block. It sucks. I could just block with the Wayfinder. Because if I miss on the land, I don't get to kill the ooze. It's better to have the Supplier die. But I think it's good for me regardless if I draw the Dusk Dawn, and if I miss, this way they can only eat 2 creatures. Alright, I think I'm just gonna lose. Hit an untapped land next turn now. So what does it? You pay 3 mana to give it +2/+0, it'll be 7. This is so fucking annoying, dude. Just double jumped. Just nothing. Okay. And just all removal? Or do they just want to use these that badly? Like I think my Cruel Sovereign's gonna get stomped. Maybe not. Let's do everything. So it'll be 9. I can give a trample. Just die to burn and shit. It's a sad game. Just the best scavenging ooze that ever lived. Yep. Oh, it gets fucking haste. God damn it, doesn't it? Or does it not? No. Okay. Guess there's a different dinosaur card that gives haste. I thought, okay. Am I still just dead? I can't pump here. Yeah, just gonna get to eat everything, but whatever. I want to trade for this guy because it's not gonna die to the Dusk Dawn. Alright, don't have big scary things. Or just without haste. I mean, this thing being able to attack is kind of annoying. Sure, bud. So it'll be 4. So you can make it 6, 7. Yikes. So they're gonna eat what? A creature. I've just milled. I haven't been paying attention to my graveyard. I'm now noticing that I've milled 1, 2, 3 rallies and 1, 2, 3 return to the ranks, which I guess maybe isn't a bad thing considering that they've just eaten everything in my graveyard. But it's kind of awkward. Assuming my opponent doesn't just keep playing oozes. 4, 6, 7, 8. Six, 7, 8. I go to 1. I block, I go to 2, so it doesn't really make a difference. They could have a number of things to kill me here. I fucked up so bad. Whatever. I should have blocked with the elf, obviously. Just not thinking about it. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. It actually matters a lot, because if the game plays out long enough, I could just return all the creatures. Then I can... Okay. It doesn't matter. It matters if they just, like, miss a bunch, though, like, for me to be able to win. Because, like, they can only miss for so long, right? So even, like, if I'm getting lucky enough for them to keep bricking, I need to get to the point where I can start flashing these back and then get ahead on the board and develop that way, since I don't have any rallies for return to the ranks. So that was... pretty horrible block, but they should have burn spell. So, all right. I mean, Ronus is fucking annoying, but whatever. Just the oozes, is all I really care about. Maybe I'm supposed to board these in. Oh, that's so laggy. I cannot tell what's going on. I think I got it off. So submission received. I'm just gonna board in the 2 Thoughtseize. They just have like their deck isn't super synergy driven, but they need like a density of like high power things, and it can snag and ooze. So, Sin doesn't have an enabler, and I said I wanted to keep hands with the enabler. It has an elf though. This is kind of suspect, but I just decided to keep it. So it's the only game they've had tournament off. I don't think this is gonna work unless I draw the card Dusk Dawn, but I'm gonna try to be aggressive with this hand. Okay, I want to just play that now. So I hit 3 things, which is a pretty big deal. It means if none of my creatures die, even without the untapped land, I can just get all the stuff back, which is probably worth. Plenty of gas in my hand. It's gonna deal, what, 5 points? Not gonna block here. These fast lands have been kind of frustrating, but I think they're so good it doesn't matter. I have 7 of them. Maybe 6 is the correct number. Okay, so I guess they probably have like Stomp in case I double blocked because they missed the damage. Okay. This is free because they can invoke. Just gives me a little more selection. I could even wait if I decide I have a good enough reason to. I don't think I do. It's a pretty good draw. So they can kill the Celebrant of a backup one. Maybe they Gulta me and I just lose. Possibly what's about to happen. I don't want them to draw a card. Taking damage is kind of spooky, but I can gain a lot of life back, so. Alright, just nothing. Can I kill him? So they have a Stomp. Stomp goes here? Doesn't really make a difference.
Together on that island. His voice always used to be there, and now it's gone. I can't think of his face or his name. I feel awful.
So 10. Block 2 2s. 4, I need 6 points. Yeah, I've got it by like a country mile. Right? I don't want them to be able to block this. I guess it doesn't matter, right? I don't think it actually does. So this damage gets across. And I just sack everything else. Alright. GG. Kind of scary. Well, my draw came together pretty well. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan that hand. Like, it had some weaknesses. But yeah, we just ended up hitting really, really well off the Wayfinder. And then the Return to the Ranks was just like, whatever, 3 mana, get 5 or 6 converted mana cost worth of stuff into play. And it just put us in a really, really good board state, so. I'm not gonna keep this. It's okay. Like, I can just play the Prince and Scry, but I don't have an enabler. If this was like a black land, I guess I'd probably keep, but I think I can do better. This is obviously not me doing better. Okay, this hand's whatever. Well, I rolled the 5 and got Thoughtseize, so we know how this story goes. Maybe it works out, but I doubt it. They could take this, yeah. Need a lot of real good draw steps. I don't want this to get Thoughtseized again, so I'm just gonna play it now. Even though it's clearly better to play the Cartel Aristocrat. Green black, so not mono black aggro. Kind of just doing it. If I play the Prince and try to flicker this and they kill it, I think it's just kind of bad for me, so. The problem comes in when they have a clock, right? Like, it's not an issue if they just have a bunch of removal, and then I can try to get to rally, but if they play like a Questing Beast, or have like a Planeswalker, that's the stuff where it's like, okay, well, I don't really have anything going for me, so. It's not a clock. Am I always playing the Prince? If I'm always... Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think I just want a card. Okay, I mean, this mold to 5 and get Thoughtseize worked out. I couldn't really ask for much more. I guess I could. Wow. So I have Supplier, Visionary. Okay. So my graveyard's not that loaded, but I can use the Aristocrat to sack. Alright. Well, we're setting up pretty well. Alright, so 3, so it's 1, 6. So I have 2 things. So I can sack, what, 2? I think I just want Prince Visionary to get back. So I guess I should attack with this. I'm just gonna sack it anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I guess I'm just not gonna get the supplier and just get the extra cards. Maybe that's bad though. Could have just not played this guy. It's 4 things back. If I sack, it's 3 things back. I could just get these 3 things back. I'm gonna draw 2. But I get to mill a bunch this way. I guess I'll just get the 3 back. I don't actually know what's correct. Right. It's like Massacre Girl. Is this actually Massacre Girl? I think my board's dying. I guess I could stop Massacre Girl. I don't, Massacre Girl would be a really weird card for them to play. I'm trying to think of why. It looks like a Wrath. This attack looks like a Wrath. I guess I'm just gonna block. They sack 2 clues, they keep their guy, they probably just die. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corpse Knight can get back a lot. Yeah, it's like super lethal. I should have sacked the Aristocrat. I don't think it's likely to matter. What the fuck else would it be? It's not Massacre Girl. I don't know why I have it in my head it's Massacre Girl. Other than because I'm a psychopath. So, is it more damage to not attack? So I have a double Corpse Knight. So it's more damage on the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is super lethal. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, Moto, please. Why is this so terrible? Alright. Dude, I want to know if it was Massacre Girl. Is this game fucking 1? Are you serious? Isn't this game 1? What? I lose. Why? Why is this in your main deck? Like, in what reality is this ever a thing that should be in your main deck? Are you fucking kidding me? People play mono red and mono black aggro and mono green devotion and just main decking Crypt Incursion. What the fuck? This is game 1, right? What? I just got memed so fucking hard. What the hell? This person just hates graveyard decks. They must just get dominated by that piece of shit Sultai deck. And they're like, you know what? 4 of these in the main deck. I'm curious as to how many they have. Why the fuck? I guess the idea is they're gonna like mill themselves with like Grimflare? I don't fucking know. What? Are you kidding me? I'm so sad, chat. Why did that happen? You have fucking Languish in your main deck. Okay, well that makes more sense than Massacre Girl. You have Crypt Incursion and Languish and Nissa and Tireless Tracker in your deck. Alright, game on. I mean, it's not over. I'm just like mind fucked. So return route. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 more of these effects. Obviously, I have my 1 basic. Dude, what the fuck is happening to me? I want to keep hitting land drops. I should have played this first. They're 37. In my head, I was like, the game is over, but it somehow isn't, and I kind of wish it was. I'm probably just gonna like lose to Emrakul or some nonsense, but maybe I won't. I don't fucking know, man. I just have a removal spell to keep their Liliana alive. Could I actually dusk on this? Probably good. I'm gonna greed. Fucked up. I should have done this first. And it worked out, but that was a bit loose. No reason to block. So I milled a bunch of Celebrants. I milled 3 that I can get back with my Dust Stone. I have 17 cards in my deck. I don't think I'm likely to deck out. It's like another language. Dark Petition. Good God. Okay, I guess that makes sense because they're season passed. Okay, I should have thought about that. That sucks though. I wonder what they Dark Petition for. For you to Dark Petition with all that mana, I can't imagine they got Sign in Blood. Whatever. Can they beat a Westville Abbey? Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely doing it. Am I supposed to wait and respond? If I'm just gonna kill the Nissa, it's actually, I want to kill the Nissa, so it's better to do it after the fact. So I'm gonna kill the Nissa, get the face damage, and then just leave up the Abbey. They could play Field of Ruin. They already played one of theirs. Like, they could have a second one. That'd be a complete blowout. Is Emmer cool? Fuck my life. Okay, that's obviously the thing they got. Can I just kill him next turn? Maybe. They didn't play a land though, right? I only have 13 minutes. I need to start playing faster. That's so unfortunate that this, the one main deck Growth Incursion. I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, I'm letting him get back Field of Ruin too. Whatever. I guess I'm not gonna use the Abbey anyway. Yeah, I just lose. It's so unlucky. Maybe I'll just kill this and I'll kill him. Yeah, too smart for that, eh? Could draw a Rally. If I draw a Rally, I think they'd lose. I don't know if I have any rallies left. I'm not going to check. I'm just going to play fast. So I'm going to untap, draw, attack. Do I have another language? I just can't win. They got so lucky. I'm so tilted. Now that I'm realizing that this is just like one in their deck that probably shouldn't even be in their deck. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. Death Sprout? Alright. God, I'm losing to such nonsense. Feels bad. Nebraska Relic Seeker. All right. I don't know why they tapped the field. Doesn't really matter, does it? I'm just trying to eat my clock, I guess. Do they show a way to beat Abby? I thought I said that they did. Yeah, I have 12 minutes. This is the first game. It's like the worst possible spot to be. I think 6 is the new F6 button. I just have to keep trying this sideways and then concede whenever they answer it. Yeah, the problem is that I can't kill them quickly because of the nature of their deck, and I ate all of my own clock in the first game. I think that my opponent's deck is horribly bad and we're super favored to win, but I might time out. It was surprisingly close considering my opponent gained like 40 life and exiled my entire graveyard on like the 5th turn. I think I want these voices in the tracker. I just want the Thoughtseize. After board, I might be boned depending on what they have. But I think their deck's a relative pile, so if they don't draw the Crypt Incursion, I don't think they can really beat me at all. Like, I think they need to have Kalitas or Crypt Incursion. I'm not going to board in Fatal Push, I don't think. Maybe I do with the Dust Dawn because it also answers Kalitas. I mulled a 5 that game, right? And then I got Thoughtseize on the first turn. Wow, brutal. All right, let's just play quickly. I'll try not to talk too much. I don't think I want to fight that game. Hopefully these next games are a little faster. Fair enough. Yeah, Season Pass is a sweet deck. It really sucks that the main deck one of Crypt Incursion. Still kind of tilted. I have to play quickly. This hand is fast, so. If I had more time, I would just stop to think about it. I guess it's probably a fine decision. I don't know if this hand beats a black-green deck with a bunch of removal. It probably doesn't. But I can't imagine going to 5, so. Glory of Thoughtseize. Yep. Perfect answers. Feels bad. Alright. Oh my god, you're the one fucking planes again. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get it. Kalitas? The fuck? Why do you have Pithy Needle in your deck? Come on, dude. I'll take it. It's like not a magic card. Sure. Can't sack my stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna give it to him. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win anyway, so I'll just play the next match. GG's opponent. Another matchup that I don't think that deck's very popular. Also, I don't think many people have main deck Crypt Incursion, so it is what it is. Just gonna move on with our life. This hand's not great. I think I'm gonna keep it on the draw though. Return's like pretty good. Like Rally's a card you kind of want mid game. Return's decently good early on. And I can just use this Charming Prince to scry. So yeah, it looks like mono black aggro with a fatal push draw. Which means, how do I want to proceed? I want to do something this turn. I could just play the supplier. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna play the prince and let them push it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna bottom both of these. I mostly want Seder Wayfinder. Even Elder's Visionary is fine. Lands are okay. I know I bottomed the land, but kind of indifferent. I at least get to go. I at least get to play these two spells next turn. So I assume they have a second push, which I can actually play around, which is nice. Cartel Rescribe isn't very good versus Mutable, but that's okay. Yeah, Demonic Pact is gas. I don't think I've played that card in this format yet, which is surprising. I'll probably play it with some of the new Theros stuff. So I don't even know what they're gonna do with the push. Hopefully they just like don't use it, and then I get a big return. It doesn't really make a big difference, right? I sort of want the supplier just because I do have the 3 creatures. I guess this means maybe they have another removal spell. It would be kind of annoying if they kill this and then I miss on a land. That would suck, because I would like to get at least 2 cards out of the return. If I end up having to play it for 1, it's going to be pretty poor. But it looks like they don't have a second black source. Okay, well there it is. Okay, hopefully we draw a land. So how good is my graveyard? Can I beat them with a rally? If I return... I guess I'm just going to play this then. So next turn, one of the other cool things you do with this deck is I can just rally and then return after the rally if I want. And then if I put a creature I want to mill on top, when I rally, I'll mill it with the supplier and then I can return it back. God, their draw was just so weird. Just all removable mutables. Is it better to block? Does it really matter? Maybe it's more damage. I don't think it's gonna end up mattering. Even if I don't win here, this should be good enough to make it so my opponent can't win. And Eventually I'll win the game. So we'll stack. Oh, I fucked up. I wanted to do... Yeah, this is awkward. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I messed up the way I stacked this a little bit. This is for 5. Alright. Well, I mean, that was one of the broken rally turns, so that was kind of sweet to be able to show people. Yeah, if you ever get in a matchup where they're just like, you know, killing your shitters, or if you just draw like Supplier plus Wayfinder, or just like 3 enablers, you can do that where you just go mill a bunch, trade a bunch, and then just rally into get back a bunch of millers and then return to the ranks, and then you can do it again. Like, as you can see, I could even return to the ranks for 3 more creatures here because I had so much off the first rally. Yeah, demonic pack's sweet. I tried to play that card a lot when I was in standard. Alright, mono black. I don't really want to overboard. I'm not sure what they're going to board in. I don't know if this deck typically has ley lines. I don't think I need the voices. Yeah, these voices have seemed bad. And I haven't really felt like Visionary was a ton worse than having voice. So I'm not unhappy with the way I set up my main deck. I guess I'm just going to board... board out a Prince for a tracker. It just doesn't matter. I mean, even the tracker seems bad. I'm just not gonna sideboard. We'll see if they show. A good hedge. Like, Caustic Caterpillar isn't a good card, but what it can kill. It can kill Scrounger. If I get ley-lined, it's gonna be kind of bad. I'm not gonna keep this on 7. Although it is a, if I just draw land, it's a pretty sweet hand. But this deck seems like it mulligans pretty well. This hand's also fantastic. I think Duskdawn's okay. I think it's the card I'm gonna mulligan. It kills Rankle, Scrounger, like a big knight. Yeah, I'm still gonna mulligan it. It's not great. I think it's fine to have in the matchup. It can kill creatures. There we go. Alright. So this is another reason to board in Tracker. For us to win, we have to beat their Knight of the Ebon Legion with these cards, which just won't happen. I'm trying to think. I could just concede. If they don't play another spell for the rest of the game, maybe I could win. Yeah, if they have another spell, I don't think I can win. Yeah, that counts. Maybe they don't have a land or a removal spell? Okay. I wanted to board in one Caterpillar. It only would have mattered if we drew it, but now we know they have ley lines, so be a little bit more ready. I'm gonna board in the tracker just because there's gonna be some draws if they mold to like 4 or 5, and have ley line, and I don't have a Caterpillar. I could potentially just play a tracker, and if they don't have a Murder Strider to kill it right away, I could just win the game without all this other nonsense. I think so. What's the card I want to board out? Probably graveyard related stuff, but not the enablers. So I could board out like one of each of these. Even a Dusk Dawn. I guess that's what I'm gonna try. It's possible it's... I think it's more correct to have... I think I should have 2 Return to the Ranks 4 rallies. Shit. I don't really know in these spots. Let me look at a mono black deck list and see how many ley lines they normally have. This person has 2. I'll just keep. If they have ley line, I can still draw the Caterpillars. So. They're probably trying to figure out, like, they might just... Okay, they kept 6 and no ley line. I was going to say, they might just have a hand that's just, like, good and trying to decide, do I want to keep a good hand or do I need ley line to win? Sure. Yeah, I don't know about these rally decks. I think, I mean, if I win this match, I'll be 5-5 with them between the Esper one. I think this version is much better. Like, I think the green is way better than the blue, and I think the green is actively good. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe they just stink. I think the black matchup is probably pretty good, but when you take into consideration that people are playing Leyline, it changes a lot, obviously. So, makes it so it's sort of not true. What do I want to do this turn? I might just flicker the Wayfinder to mill more cards. I could just draw. I don't really want the land, but I do want to mill. My hand's good, so I'm just going to attack and flicker the Wayfinder. Then play this Courtyard. It's bad. It's probably stupid, right? I could just flicker the Visionary later. I get more raw cards. Well, this way I get to decide. I can just, yeah, this was definitely better. Because I can still just flicker the Wayfinder later. If I, like, draw a spell that mills me, maybe it's better to do it that way, but I think this is just a better line. I think I figured out the best one. Okay, well, maybe they thought I would just jump. I'm under no pressure, so I'm just going to develop the tracker and then go back to plan A if they deal with it. Or if they don't, it's still pretty great for me. Yeah, they just did nothing. I got to put a Tireless Tracker into play, and it didn't die. It didn't attack because I have the Mutavault. I don't know why they didn't attack last turn. Sure. I don't feel like I'm in a position where I need to jump. Nothing again. Okay. I think this game's probably over. Maybe they have Leyline in their hand. They're going to hardcast. Should have considered that. Oh, it doesn't exile my graveyard. Forgot about that. It's not like Rest in Peace. It just, the future things get exiled, so it's not... Yeah, I can just get back the Colossal Caterpillar and kill it if I want even. Yeah, I think I'm down to just deal 3 and try to flicker the Wayfinder. Okay, so we had a Sack Outlet and a Corpse Knight. We don't have a Cruel Celebrant, but the Corpse Knight represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have the Sack Outlet in my hand, actually. Okay, so sure, you have Leyline. It's too late. You're just dead. No blocks again. Do I have actual lethal? So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They go to 2. I don't think this deck plays sweepers. Make sure I'm not like missing lethal somewhere. Played the wrong land. I don't think it actually makes a difference though. If they have some really specific weirdo card, it could matter. Did I just miscount? No, because I sacked the clue. I think I was 1 short, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 2 short? Yeah. Okay, well, we ended up not doing anything with our graveyard, right? Just beat them down. So, I'll take it. Yeah, I like these decks. I want to say they're okay, but... I think the existence of the other graveyard deck, like, the first thing I'll say is I think that this is a better deck than the Dredge deck. But the existence of the other graveyard deck means that people just play graveyard hate. And there's a few other reasons to have graveyard hate, like even delve spells and stuff. And that hurts this deck a lot. So maybe the deck's okay, but you have to re-kit it to be good against graveyard hate, which could mean just have more Assassin's Trophies. The cost of Caterpillar doesn't feel great. I think you should just play a better card instead of a creature. The voices don't really feel like they need to be in the main deck or side deck. If I play against control decks and it feels like a bad matchup, maybe I'll reconsider that. But for now, I think I like Visionary and Wayfinder. The tracker doesn't really feel necessary. I just kind of have it there. So maybe you could go up to 4 Fatal Push, 4 Thoughtseize. In decks like this, I sort of like just having like a mini sideboard package for different matchups. And just have like specific hate cards for specific matchups. Like if you have like a narrow card, I think it makes a little more sense in a deck like this because you don't really want to overboard because you can't really change your game plan up too much. But yeah, I think the main deck's good. The mana was awkward sometimes, but I liked 7 fast lands. The Abbey can probably go. I want to leave the Lockwane. I'm just gonna add a swamp, I think. Should have enough sources for everything else. Yeah, the Dust Dawns seemed okay. I'm down to try them again. I think it's a good card to have in your 75 somewhere. Charming Prince was awesome. That card's overperformed every time I put it into a deck. It's just like really cheap and really efficient. Wayfinder was great. Supplier was great. Yeah, I like this list. Maybe I'll give it another go, but I don't think these rally decks are great. Maybe they're short a few cards, or maybe they're just slightly misbuilt. You could try versions with company and increase your curve just to have your deck be more of a value deck, but at that point, I kind of think you should just not play a rally deck. But the company versions are definitely going to be better versus Graveyard Hate. Like, you could even just board Rotting Regisaur, right? Like, if someone just rest in pieces you and you're just like, fuck it, 7/6. Because they're going to be effectively down a card, right? Like, the Leyline of the Void or the Rest in Peace isn't a removal spell. It isn't a creature that can block, so it's more likely that you can just like cheese them with a big thing. So maybe the next direction I go is try a company version. But I like having all the 2-drops. Return to the Ranks is super powerful. I don't really want to have 3-drops in my rally deck anyway, because most of the time I want to rally for 2. So I don't know. I like this. I'll probably throw this one up on YouTube, just because I think it's a cool deck. I think it's fun to watch it play and watch it go off. But like the title says, short stream, so I'm gonna head out for now. I'll try to be back tomorrow. I've been brewing a lot of standard decks, so that should be fun when the new set comes out. And obviously, always Pioneer. I love Pioneer. It's my favorite format by a whole bunch. And yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff I want to try. I want to retry the... Where is it? I want to retry the Zendikar's Royal thing. This is something we tried, and it felt like a meme. But I sort of retuned the shell, and I want to see if we can go off with this stuff again. And then I need to build a sideboard, but maybe I'll try this tomorrow. We'll see if we can get some dubs with blue-green elementals. But yeah, thanks guys for watching.